brother.
Wow. Did he tear that doctor?
Oh.
What did he do? From Saturday after DECA to now, we tore his ACL.
Yep.
How? Did he slip and fall?
Oh my gosh. It's none of your business.
No, I'm genuinely concerned.
No, because it's hard to tear your ACL.
Yeah, and
Like, that just happened.
How did you?
Okay, you wanted to talk about number 9.
Tell me later.
Okay, so number 9 was a sig fig question.
Yes.
Okay, so when we are talking about sig figs, remember you always go to the point where you know the answer. And let me see here. I should be able to go here. Comment.
I think there's 3 sig figs, but the answer only has 2 sig figs.
Yep, no, the answer's right. Okay. So when you were doing significant figures, you write down exactly what you know. So at this point, you know that this guy is at what? For sure, 100% for sure. He's at 25. Okay. And then 25. And then you estimate the next digit, 0.5. Okay. Over here, you know for sure 20. And then since it's on 20, it's going to be 0. And actually, that one should be on top because that's your final answer. Now, sig fig rules for addition and subtraction go to place value. They're not how many sig figs, it's place value.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a negative 5.5. So this, the least place value for both of these is the 10th place. So your answer should be to the 10th place.
All right. Sounds good. Can you, is number 8?
Nope, I went too far. Sorry. Okay, number 8 here.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it, but I just wanted.
Well, the heat lost by the aluminum is going to be the heat gained by the water. Yep.
Okay, that's easy. Number 12. I don't know how to do it.
Okay, so when you're going through this, your heat here that is required for that phase change is going to be between here and here. That's how much heat was added, right? So you just subtract whatever this is. This is like 128 minus 30.
Approximately 40.
Okay. So, but the problem is that this is the heating curve for 1 mole. You didn't have 1 mole, did you?
Yeah.
You had half of that. So the half of that, so this is 98. Half of that is if you pull up your Chromebook, I posted the answer key on there if you need to like look and see if your answers are right or not. And then talk to me about which ones you want to talk about.
All right. I got it. I have more. 17.
128 minus 30. What's 30?
That's from here to here. That's the phase change here. Because they're showing you a phase change over here from a liquid to a gas.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
Just finding out that straight line.
That's what they asked for. It undergoes the transition shown in the diagram. That's the transition shown in the diagram.
Oh my goodness.
All right, moving on to 17 here. We are combusting methane. Okay. Table provides the bond enthalpies to the calculator reaction. Which of the following provides the mathematical Procedure to estimate the bond enthalpy per mole of oxygen. So per mole of oxygen. Per mole of oxygen though. Okay. So this is for 2 moles of oxygen. So that means that you're going to have to take whatever value you have and go down by half. So you can get rid of this equation and you can get rid of this one immediately. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You got to read the questions and make sure that you're paying attention to what the questions are asking. All right. Then you're going to have products minus reactants. Okay. So if we look at that equation again, here they are, if we draw these out, you've got your carbon, your hydrogens here, here, here. You've got your oxygen. It's going to be double bonded to another oxygen. So you're going to have a double bond of oxygen. Let's see if there's any differences between these equations that we can quickly discern differences, and it doesn't look like it.
I thought with pineapple juice was broken minus 1.
Yeah, it is. This is broken. This is the stuff that's going to be broken. Minus formed, which is CO2. Oxygen, and then water is going to be, you're going to have 4 of these. So 4 times your water, 4 times 464. So that's here. Those are both the same, so that doesn't help. Oh,
I think it's in order. You have to figure it out.
yeah, that's a positive value. Okay. Oh, they have all of this stuff randomly placed. Well, that's a pain in the ass. Okay. So that's going to be a minus here, right? $464 broken minus formed. Broken minus formed. Yeah, that's a, they have a positive here.
That's what I'm thinking.
They don't even have the double bond for the oxygen. Oh, because that's O2, so that's going to be 0 anyway. That's why.
Why would it be 0?
Because it's a gas at room temperature and the bond enthalpies for those. No, that's not right.
Oh, Stevie, put that away. You're in chemistry. Stevie. Wait, what's the answer? I think it's A. I got A too. We are so smart, right?
The answer was A on mine.
Yeah, look, we're right. I don't think we guys are that smart personally.
If you because of the energy of the reaction, if you didn't do that.
I wonder, oh my gosh, look at that. I had circle it. Yeah. Florida?
Oh, I see here. Oh. Yeah. But they're including this in there. That's what's going on. Right. That's why it's either A or C.
Yeah.
But I see what they're doing here with the 802
Yeah.
and the whole equation. Okay. This is making more sense now.
Because it's negative, everything is fine.
Okay, so 8, it's going to be 802 equals, and that's going to be a negative value, equals 4 times 414 plus nothing for the 0. Shoot, I can't erase the same way in here. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, I see what they did. They
Yep,
brought it
yep,
all over to the
yep,
one side.
Yep. Minus. Minus, and then these are all going to be together. 4 times 799
I get it.
plus 4 times 464. And that's all together. Okay, now, if I bring this guy over, he's going to be positive.
They brought it all to the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, they brought this stuff
Yeah,
over
I
there.
know, that's
Yep,
why.
yep, 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 yep. Yep.
Is it 4 times 799 or 2 times 799? I think it's 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
Hey, that is cheap. It's like orange.
All right, that makes sense now. I get it.
It's like that. It's like orange.
All right. So what they did here was they brought this stuff over to this side. Okay. So if we had, and you've got to do all of this by a half. Okay, that's where the half comes from because they're taking this down. Okay. So if they have that by a half, they bring this stuff over, it's going to be negative on the other side, which it is here. And then this stuff is going to be all end up, when they bring it out to this side, is going to all be positive, which it is. Okay, so that's why that one's right and this one is not.
What is happening? It smells like a septic tank.
No, easy.
You don't smell it? It's really making me sick.
It comes in here every once in a while. I don't know why.
It's because of gas. Are we using gas?
Here, if you want to spray stuff, that's what I do.
Right, you're gonna start
All right,
spraying
so
something.
does that make sense with this guy now? Are we good with him?
Yeah.
So A is your answer. It all comes down to algebra.
I'll use the perfume.
Alright, I have one more question.
All right, what else?
Over here, what about
Number, if
it?
this is on the FRQ.
Yeah, we can now.
I
What?
have one on the FRQ, so if you want to finish up.
Okay, anybody else have questions on the multiple choice?
Number 9.
Oh, yeah, number 19. I was gonna say. There's no, it says in the table.
Yeah, we didn't get the table.
The table just didn't copy it on the.
Okay.
There's no table. You guys are idiots. Already arrested. Yeah, there's no table.
There is on the answer key.
That was like a lemon, a little lemon.
I understand.
Okay, guys, shh. What?
Put the cups back in their containers, or do you just?
Yeah, put them back in their containers and then put the cups, stack the cups inside each other like you found them before. Thank you. Okay, so here it's going to be your products minus your reactants. So you've got your products here. That's these two. So 640, 390, that's a total of 093 carrier 1, 1030. So 1030 minus a negative 1210. So products minus reactants. So we're going to add those together. So that should be D is the answer for 19. Is that
But wouldn't
correct?
it be 2,000 something?
No, it's not.
Because
Shoot.
the first one or whatever would be negative. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. That one's negative. Okay. So then that's why it's one. No.
No, I'm saying if you added 103 oh, whatever. First number and second number, then it'd be over 2,000.
No, it would not, because one
Well-
of them was negative and then you add.
But the negative wasn't
Oh.
there. That's why you need to pay attention. This is why you should.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Focus.
Number
Sorry, I passed
19,
out from the lemon
it's a
and,
positive.
something.
Products. Oh, yeah. That's the other side. Hold on. Okay, so products minus,
What are you doing next?
no,
What are you forgetting? Does anyone have 6 hours?
these are the products minus the reactants. Oh, these are your reactants. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it now.
You know what, Alex? Look at that, you.
Okay, so this is going to be products are here.
Alex knows the exact same, but just 11.
I'm like, oh, that's better.
I'm just hoping there's some.
Products minus react. Oh, but this is a negative. Okay, there we go. And then 1210. There we go. Now my algebra is coming out right. Yeah, you guys. Oh.
Gosh, it's getting worse. I think I run a leak in the toilet. Hey, after you guys went to the bathroom.
It's not coming from the sink, is it?
The gas? Are we gonna?
No, it's just sewer gas. That's all it is.
It's sewer gas?
Yeah.
So we're really gonna die and it's gonna
No,
smell bad.
just don't light a match.
They're gonna be nasty. What's your gas? Some light cleaning.
Did he just walk by? Smelling like sewer gas.
We tried to.
You have a class action.
Oh, guys, they went out of road, remember? I get one break.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Do I have a class after this? Plus this hard. Yeah.
It's worse now. I think it's coming from the dental area. Someone go up there and look.
They have a dead body.
Oh.
All right. Any other further questions on the multiple choice?
What were you distracted by?
All right, Matthew.
Emily still hasn't joined our team.
What did you want to talk about over here?
On the.
Yes.
All right. I talked about it kind of upside down. Can you go through just question 1, the first one?
What?
It's super easy, just can't read it.
How's it upside down?
Okay.
Huh?
Let's-
You can
Mine's broken.
right click on it and tell it to rotate.
I got it. And then, okay, can you do I'm question 1, letter C.
Oh, I'm the front. That's so funny.
That's the only one I just did.
So we can see that this is an endothermic reaction because the temperature went down. So our temperature went down in the reaction solution. So that's kind of like your surroundings. So the temperature was a decrease. And if your temperature decreases, then that's going to indicate that the strength of the intermolecular force or the strength of the interactions between those solvent particles and the solute particles have more energy.
After the dissolution or before?
Well, that's between the solvent and the solute.
Alright,
Yeah.
because the one.
Then the particles, then the energy between the solute and solvent.
So when it asks, are the strength of the interaction between the particles and the solute, between the particles and the solvent, greater than, less than, or equal to the strength of the interactions?
Are you giving me a question? Ellie's always doing. No, I'm talking about you, Ellie.
Hi, my room stinks. And they seem to think that it's coming out of that vent. But that seems odd to
Yeah,
me.
that's just the vent.
So I turned the sink on here,
Okay.
but it seems to be like, it seemed to start over on that side of the room and kind of come over here. Because I didn't smell it at first. They smelled it first and then it kind of came over. So
Okay.
I don't know what you suggest to do. Do you want me to turn on like all the sinks in the room or?
Well, I've been having some problems with some dry drains.
Okay.
So, let me look in the room and see if there's one on the floor or something like that. 'Cause
Okay.
Usually that's what it is.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, I got it, I understand.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want me to talk about?
That was it.
Anything?
2B.
2B?
Yes, I agree.
Do you want me to wait?
Why is it stronger? than the-
So, do you see how the temperature here decreases?
Yeah.
Okay, we're measuring the temperature of the surroundings, the liquid that it's reacted in. So that indicates if it went down, that means that we had an endothermic reaction occur. Okay, that it was endothermic. So when that happened, before these things were mixed together, you had water molecules surrounded with water molecules, and they were attracted to one another. And then you also had, oh shoot,
Wait, I thought that the temperature
That is what we said.
we said endothermic.
Isn't it, yeah, wouldn't it be exothermic?
The temperature of the surroundings.
but the surroundings changed. That's what you're measuring here.
Oh, that's.
Okay.
So that's
You're not
surrounding.
measuring bond enthalpies. You're not measuring bond enthalpies. Okay? You're not measuring heat of formation. This is the actual surroundings.
Why do
Oh,
I
so
know
that's
it's
why it's the
surrounding?
opposite.
Yes.
the water.
You're measuring temperature here.
This is the
Okay.
water.
And it says,
This is the water. So you are taking the water molecules and you're taking the solvent molecules here. They are separated. There is an attraction between each of these things on their own. When you bring them together, then those solvent molecules are getting surrounded by the water. Okay, so that's what's happening down here. The interaction between these, and if we wanted to like do math for it, okay, the interaction between the solvent and the solute has a higher energy. That energy right there that's holding these things together is greater than these things because the heat energy from the surroundings has gone in to that interaction.
so if this chord was flipped, then you would change your name to say that the reaction, that they're stronger when they're together.
Correct. Yes.
Alright, that makes sense. And because we're not doing bond enthalpies or any of that,
No.
the negative and positive. so for the reason question.
Yep.
Wait, when you find bond enthalpies, do you add or do you subtract Oh, I know.
Is it products?
Broken minus formed. Heat of formation is products minus reactants. And the way you remember that is on your sheet here.
That's
They talk about heat of formation. They have the little F here. Okay. So that's how you remember that one. And then if it's bonds, bonds get broken. Bonds get formed. Broken minus formed. Okay. Then 2B. Somebody wanted 2B.
Yeah, that was my question about that.
Oh, we've already answered it.
Yeah.
Okay. So these say bond enthalpy here. Anytime you see bond enthalpy, that's broken minus formed. Heat of formation, that's going to be products minus reactants. All right, what else?
Would you recommend we just go back and study the packets?
Packets, watch videos on AP Classroom. I released every unit on there for videos. You have that crash course
I
book
read
that
that.
I
That
gave
actually
you.
helps, like,
Oh yeah, no, I have had lots of feedback for people over the years that say that book is like a treasure trove. Like if you have limited time and you only have time to spend one place, go there. It's good.
I'm gonna get the book.
So is it gonna be the same length? Like,
It's the same as a normal test. It's 30 questions.
just intermix?
Yep. And what I did was I went and like 30 divided by, we've done 6 units. So that's about 5 questions per unit. So, and then the FRQ is the same way. It's just a mixed bag of all the units. So
Is it hard?
no harder than any other test that you've taken in here.
Is it curved?
So yes.
Is it gonna be curved?
Yeah.
Yay.
It's going under the same, like, way the same as.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna wait to final.
I'm really nervous about
And we don't get any, it's just off of our memory, just some classes.
No, not in an AP class. You're not going to get that for an AP exam. No calculators on the multiple choice. Calculators on the FRQ. Yes.
How many efforts do we do?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Is it like 1 through 2?
No, I don't think there's. But the FRQ questions, like, you know, there's multiple parts. So, like, you might have, like, one ask you to draw something like ozone, okay, like your last test. And then the next part of that asks you to figure out the bond enthalpies of ozone. And then the next one asks you to, you know, you're doing a reaction with the ozone and you've got to figure out limiting reactant. And, you know, so it combines, those FRQ questions kind of combine units all together with them. So you may have, like in one FRQ question, you may have 4 different units covered because there's multiple parts to it.
So are we doing corrections on that last test we just did, or?
Yes, that's why I put the last test on next semester so that you can do corrections on it, because otherwise you wouldn't have an opportunity to be able to get those done in the amount of time that we have right now. I figured with you guys having finals and stuff like that coming up, trying to push you into doing corrections on something like that just didn't afford you the amount of time that you need.
Thank you.
Okay. And then I will somehow take those corrections and combine them with the corrections from the final, which I'm going to have you do, and give you like points back on.
You're letting us do corrections.
Yeah, but not for, it's going to go in first semester the way it is. And then the points that you get back on the corrections, I'll put into second semester. Because I don't know how else to deal with that. Because how else are you going to get corrections done on that thing?
Hey, I'll come in Friday morning and do them if you really want me.
We have to be at Parker Friday morning, all morning long.
I'll come in Thursday after during the makeup.
Yeah, can I come in Thursday during the makeup?
No, just
No,
let me
after my
take care
time
of your
away.
grade, okay? You do your best and I'll take care of it, okay?
Perfect.
My dude's gone. Goodbye. Don't feel it's really ruined.
Oh, yeah.
I was really.
My 4.0 is gone.
Typically what I do for you guys with the final, if this makes you feel any better, is I curve it the standard way, put it in like that, and then I take your final grade for the semester and I curve it with the square root there again.
And then he's gonna give us mine all that.
And then we're gonna fail again because it's the exact same thing.
No, it isn't. No.
No,
We're
So-
talking we're
We're
talking
talking
about,
about calculus.
Oh, okay.
If it's multiple choice.
Look,
if
we're
it's-
happy
If
with
it's
your
what we did for
test,
the last
Okay.
two.
All right.
we don't have any complaints about you.
No.
I mean,
He gave us two tests on chapter 5 and everyone failed, most people failed both of them, and then he's testing us again on the final.
my lowest score in all my classes for AP is a 77%. Okay. So if I take square root of 77, she ends up getting an 88%.
How much is it?
I'm so embarrassed now.
What?
How much is the 77?
It ends up being an 88.
Okay, I like it at least the 77. That's like.
Let's just bomb this guy.
Hey, Lippy, so technically I can just get everything wrong and lower my grade one letter grade. It's fine.
Oh my God.
Are you taking the exam in May?
Yeah, of course.
This class is fun.
I am. I don't
Yeah,
know
this
why.
class is.
We both get
Lippy, I'm
graded
not
on
about
that
7,
thing.
I'm not about to drop that. 3%.
I know.
We both get graded on that thing, you know.
Lippy, I don't want to lower my grade.
Oh, well. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
All right, I'm stopping recording.
I don't get.
Just
It's like